question 14. The number 25 can be written as the sum of 2 or 5 consecutive whole numbers. What is the positive difference between the products of the numbers in each set? So key terminology first, and I do have to admit it took me a long time and 2 attempts to do this, once with algebra and once without. I'll show you them both for fun and giggles, really. I'll show you them both. So we've got the word sum. Sum means add. We also have the word product. And product means multiply. So we need to go through this step by step. We are looking at a number that equals 25. We can have it with 2 numbers added together that make 25, or we can have 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can find A pretty quickly. If I think about it as if I've got a number here and I've got a number here, and this number is 1 more, they're consecutive, so we know that they are consecutive. So this will be A plus 1, because B will be A plus 1. We know B equals A plus 1 equals 25, which equals 2A plus 1 equals 25. Therefore, 2A equals 24. Therefore, A equals 12. And we can check that by thinking it's 12 plus A plus 1 is 13 equals 25. So these 2 possible numbers here, this is A and this is B. What about these letters here? Numbers, letters. S will be 1 more than R. T will be 2 more than R. U 3 more and V 4 more. So let's write that out in full. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. I can simplify it. I haven't explained the steps. What I am doing is solving an equation. As I said, there are 2 ways of doing this. If you like algebra and you know how to use it, then you'll know how to get to here. If you don't, then I've got another option. So just hang tight and I'll get to the other option in a minute. So the 2 sets are 12 plus 13. And if R is 3, S will be 3 plus 1. And it's a good idea to check that they do indeed add up to 25, which in this case they do. Then what it says is it wants to have the product of all of those numbers that are summed. So these 2 numbers sum together, they add together to make 25. These 5 numbers sum together to make 25. But what happens if we take, what it's asking for is taking all of those numbers that we have, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, and 13. So we're taking 12, and now what we're doing is multiplying them. 12 multiplied by 13, and we're also taking 3 multiplied by 4, multiplied by 5, multiplied by 6, multiplied by 7. 12 multiplied by 13 is the same as saying 12 squared add 12. I'm sure you've got your way of being able to work through that. 3 multiplied by 4. Okay, so what I'm looking at there is I'm looking at the fact that I've got 5 multiplied by 6 in there, which is 30. 30 multiplied by, I've got 12 going on here, so 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12. 30 multiplied by 12. And then I've got 360, and I'm going to multiply it by 7. I had a 4 when I did that. I'm then going to take away 2520 and take away 156. 2520, 156. So I'm just double checking back at the question. What is the positive difference between the products of the numbers in each set? So not only do we need that, but we do need difference as well. The difference equals subtract. Okay, so the positive difference between the products of the two number sets. So the product of one number set is 156, and the product of the other number set is 2520 from here. We're finding the difference, which will give us 1, 10, 4, 1, 4, 11, 6, 3, 2, 2, 3, 6, 4. And that is our answer. Or, so I got to this bit. Okay, so this bit here. Or what you could do is say that once we've got our numbers, 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 7, subtract 12 multiplied by 13. And we can take out a common factor of 12. Because what we've got in here, we can take that out of the bracket, because I can see a 12 here really easily. 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, so I'm going to take it out of the bracket. I'm just left with 5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 7. Oh, no, I don't want to close that bracket quite yet. And then I want to subtract 13. I call them brackets, you might call them parentheses. That's what I mean, these parentheses around the outside. 5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 7. Now that makes it a lot easier, because it's the same as saying 30. 5 multiplied by 6 is 30 multiplied by 7, which makes it 210. I can do that a lot faster than some of the calculations that I had to do up here. So 12 is 210 subtract 13. 210 subtract 13 is 197. And then what I'm left with is 197 multiplied by 12. And one way of doing that would be to put it, obviously you get to do it your way. I really like using what's called the Chinese method, or the simplified method. The lattice method, actually. I call it the lattice method. You can find it by Googling it. I've got a video on it if you need it. What we're doing is we're multiplying these two numbers. 1 multiplied by 7. These are the tens, these are the units, the ones. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. That's in the tens, and the 4's in the ones. And then I add down this diagonal here. 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 1 is 16. 9 plus 1 is 10, 11, 12, 13, add 1. And I've only got 1 plus 1 here, which makes it 2. So just like we got up here, the answer is 2, 3, 6, 4. We get this to be 2, 3, 6, 4 as well. We did it all in one calculation because we did the subtraction as part of it. So there's 2 different ways of getting to the same question. I think it's quite a lot of work. If you found a faster way of getting to the right answer, perhaps without all that algebra, So this is an either or. You do this or you do this. If you've managed to get to the answer your way, write it down, video yourself telling me about it. I'd love to hear.